Welcome to the online safety course series. Brought to you by Kiamichi Tech's Workforce and Economic Development.
This fire safety video covers the basics of fire safety, including the importance of fire safety and its potential consequences. It discusses common causes of fires and key statistics about fires, including leading causes and common types of fire-related injuries. The video then moves on to fire prevention techniques, such as the use and maintenance of smoke detectors and fire extinguishers, and ways to prevent fires from starting. The steps to take in case of a fire emergency are also covered, including proper evacuation, designated meeting places, and contacting emergency services. Finally, the video covers fire safety in the workplace, including specific workplace hazards, such as flammable liquids and chemicals, and the importance of conducting regular fire drills and having an emergency response team in place. Welcome to our fire safety video. Fire safety is of utmost importance in ensuring the safety of individuals and preventing property damage. In this section, we'll cover the basics of fire safety and why it's crucial to know how to prevent and respond to fires. Did you know that according to the National Fire Protection Association, U.S. fire departments respond to an estimated average of 1.3 million fires each year? These fires result in thousands of deaths, injuries, and billions of dollars in property damage. Understanding the importance of fire safety and taking proactive measures to prevent fires can help minimize these risks. In this section, we'll also cover some of the leading causes of fires, such as cooking, heating, electrical problems, smoking, and arson. Additionally, we'll discuss some of the most common types of fire-related injuries, including burns, smoke inhalation, and carbon monoxide poisoning. By learning about these statistics and causes of fires, we can take proactive measures to prevent them from happening. Through proper education, training, and adherence to fire safety guidelines, we can reduce the risks and potential consequences of fires in our homes, workplaces, and communities. So, let's get started with this fire safety video and learn how to prevent and respond to fires. In this section, we'll dive deeper into fire prevention techniques. Fire prevention is all about reducing the risk of fires happening in the first place, and taking proactive measures to keep yourself and those around you safe. One of the most important fire prevention tools is the smoke detector. Smoke detectors are designed to alert you to the presence of smoke and fire, giving you precious time to evacuate the building and call for help. But simply having a smoke detector is not enough. It's important to regularly test and maintain your smoke detector to ensure that it's working properly. Testing your smoke detector regularly is an important part of maintaining your home's fire safety. Here are some steps to follow to test your smoke detector. Inform your family or household members about the test to prevent panic or confusion. Locate the test button on your smoke detector. It is usually a small, round button located on the front or side of the detector. Press and hold the test button until you hear a loud, piercing alarm. This may take a few seconds. If the alarm does not sound, try replacing the batteries and testing it again. If it still doesn't work, replace the entire smoke detector. If your smoke detector is connected to a home security system, contact the provider to confirm how to test it properly. It's important to test your smoke detector at least once a month, and replace the batteries once a year or when the detector signals that the battery is low. By testing your smoke detector regularly, you can help ensure that it is functioning properly and that you and your family are safe in case of a fire emergency. Another essential tool for fire prevention is the fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher can be used to quickly extinguish small fires, preventing them from spreading and causing more damage. Using a fire extinguisher can be a crucial step in extinguishing a small fire before it grows and becomes unmanageable. Here are the general steps to follow when using a fire extinguisher. Assess the situation. Before using a fire extinguisher, determine if it is safe to do so. If the fire is already large, or if the flames are taller than you, it is best to evacuate the area and call the fire department. Choose the right extinguisher. There are different types of fire extinguishers, and it is essential to choose the right one for the type of fire you are trying to extinguish. Fire extinguishers are labeled with a letter indicating the type of fire they can extinguish, such as A for ordinary combustibles, B for flammable liquids, or C for electrical fires. Pull the pin. Once you have chosen the appropriate extinguisher, hold it upright and remove the safety pin that is located on the handle. This pin prevents the extinguisher from being discharged accidentally. Aim at the base of the fire. With the fire extinguisher in hand, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire, not at the flames. This will help extinguish the fire's source, rather than just spraying the flames with the extinguishing agent. Squeeze the handle. Squeeze the handle of the extinguisher to release the extinguishing agent, and aim it at the base of the fire, sweeping the nozzle from side to side as you do so. Keep your distance from the fire, and move closer only if the fire seems to be getting smaller. Watch the fire. After using the extinguisher, watch the fire to ensure that it does not reignite. If the fire does reignite, repeat the process until it is completely extinguished. Evacuate. If the fire does not go out, or if it grows too large, evacuate the area immediately and call the fire department. Remember, using a fire extinguisher can be dangerous, and it is essential to follow the manufacturer's instructions for your specific extinguisher, and to only attempt to put out small fires if it is safe to do so. If in doubt, always evacuate and call the fire department. In addition to these tools, there are a number of other steps you can take to prevent fires from starting in the first place. For example, it's important to avoid overloading electrical outlets, which can lead to electrical fires. Electrical fires can be prevented by taking the following measures. Proper installation. Ensure that all electrical installations, such as wiring, outlets, and switches, are installed correctly and by a licensed electrician. Faulty wiring can lead to short circuits, which can cause electrical fires. Regular inspection and maintenance. Regularly inspect all electrical appliances, cords, and outlets for any signs of damage, wear and tear, or frayed wires. Replace any damaged cords or equipment immediately. It is also important to schedule regular maintenance checks for electrical equipment and appliances, such as air conditioners and heaters. Overloading prevention. Overloading of electrical outlets can also cause electrical fires. Avoid plugging too many appliances into a single outlet, use power strips with circuit breakers, and distribute the load across multiple outlets. Proper storage. Keep flammable items, such as paper, cloth, and solvents, away from electrical equipment and outlets to prevent fires. Safe use. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions when using electrical appliances and equipment. Never use an appliance with wet hands or in a wet environment, as this can cause a short circuit. Unplug unused appliances. Unplug electrical appliances that are not in use. This not only saves energy but also reduces the risk of electrical fires. By taking these measures, you can greatly reduce the risk of electrical fires in your home or workplace. You should also make sure that any flammable materials, such as cleaning supplies and paint, are stored safely and away from heat sources. Flammable materials should be stored in a cool, dry, and well-ventilated area away from any ignition sources such as heat, sparks, or flames. The storage area should also be clearly marked with a flammable or combustible warning sign, and access to the area should be limited to authorized personnel only. If possible, flammable materials should be stored in a separate building or room that is fire-resistant and equipped with fire suppression systems, such as sprinklers. If this is not possible, they should be stored in a dedicated flammable materials storage cabinet that meets safety standards and is designed to contain any potential fires. It's also important to properly label and organize flammable materials in the storage area, with each container labeled with the material name, hazard classification, and any safety precautions. The materials should be kept in their original containers or properly marked and labeled secondary containers. Regular inspections of the storage area should be conducted to ensure that containers are in good condition, properly sealed, and stored in the correct location. Any damaged containers or spilled materials should be cleaned up immediately, and any defective or malfunctioning equipment in the storage area should be repaired or replaced promptly. If you're a smoker, it's important to be extremely cautious when smoking indoors or near flammable materials. In fact, smoking is one of the leading causes of fires in the United States, so it's crucial to take appropriate precautions to prevent fires. Finally, it's important to have an emergency plan in place in case a fire does occur. This plan should include clear evacuation routes, a designated meeting place outside the building, and a way to contact emergency services. It's also important to regularly practice fire drills so that everyone in the building knows what to do in case of a fire. By following these fire prevention techniques, you can greatly reduce the risk of a fire occurring in your home or workplace. Remember, fire prevention is not something you do once and forget about. It's an ongoing effort that requires regular attention and maintenance.
Thank you for taking our online safety class.